Recreational marijuana dispensaries like this in Lansing can be seen in many of our neighborhoods. But one spot you won't see those facilities is right here in Mason, at least not right now. Right now, with the future of TikTok up in the air, it's not on the App Store. But what about someone who has to get a phone with TikTok already installed? I'm your neighborhood reporter, Sarah Poulos, asking neighbors about a $50,000 price tag for that. Thanksgiving is almost here and Christmas is not that far behind. I'm your Mason neighborhood reporter, Sarah Poulos. Mailing letters to Santa is an annual tradition for families in our neighborhoods, thanks to this box right here. And today I joined one child writing up his list to send Santa himself. The search is on for a woman in our neighborhoods, and seemingly the entire community is pitching in. I'm your Mason neighborhood reporter, Sarah Poulos, hearing from the woman's family and local law enforcement.
We are on Maple Street, and we are looking for Emily Allen.
Chris Allen says Sunday around noon, the mother of his children left the house to go on a walk.
It was only until my daughter said, "Hey, Dad, Mom's not home. She's still out getting fresh air."
Allen says she would go on walks frequently, which is why he didn't think her not being home was anything to be concerned about.
Always knew that she had some issues going on, struggling ever since we've had kids, especially with depression.
Allen says he called Emily, to which he realized she didn't have her phone, keys, or wallet.
I went downstairs to notice my kids were playing with her phone.
From there, Allen called the police, filed a report, and now
we actually have the fire chief and the police chief, everyone out searching right now, house to house, handing out these flyers right here.
City Manager Deborah Stewart was one of many spreading the word.
We've been searching throughout the night.
Stewart says Mason Police Department has also had help from the Ingham County Sheriff's Office as they've been searching.
Today we're doing some really targeted searches and following up on any leads of people that may have known her.
Over the phone, Mason Police Chief Matt Schutz says those with any information should dial 911 or contact the Mason Police Department as soon as possible. What is your message to her?
Hope you're okay. Know that we're doing everything that we can to find you, and basically we will not give up until we find you.
Starting Tuesday at Mason City Hall, neighbors are gathering for a city-wide search. I'll be updating you with more coverage following the search. In Mason, Sarah Poulos, Fox 47 News. Last month, I discovered that there was a diaper shortage at diaper banks across my neighborhoods. I'm your Holt neighborhood reporter, Sarah Poulos, following up with that supplies and what it looks like now. Last month, I introduced you to Madison Peters. She's a working mom in Holt who relies on diaper banks like SOAR. She's able to pick up free diapers from SOAR, but there was a problem.
They didn't have really anything.
When I visited SOAR in January, they were out of most diapers. Like I told my neighbors in my story then, I wanted to know why, and learn that state diaper bank funding in my neighborhood has been used up, which leaves diaper banks solely relying on donations and impacts neighbors like Peters.
You never know when you're going to be, you have a hard time.
But after I spoke with SOAR last month and told their story that is impacting my neighborhood, something happened. Diaper bank leaders say neighbors responded with donations.
After you were over here interviewing us for the news, the community has really stepped up and been helpful. We had families that have come in and just dropped off diapers. We've had some that have come in with checks for us, and we did have a company that gave us quite a large donation.
Regina Fancher runs SOAR. She says she's incredibly grateful for the support.
It's just been a blessing to be able to be back in serving our community the way that we had envisioned all along.
But Fancher says because they don't expect any more state money until October, they're hoping donations will continue.
Any type of diapers, wipes, formula, donations, it's really going towards the little ones who need it.
And Peters says the support from the neighborhood is a weight off her shoulders, especially with a newborn. Her baby boy is 3 weeks older since I last spoke to her.
I'm hoping that people will just come together and, try and save it, make sure that we still continue to have it.
I first learned about this issue when the director of a different diaper bank in Mason told me about their diaper supply issue. You can watch my past stories on the issue, including my first conversation with Peters, at fox47news.com. If you'd like to donate to SOAR to help neighbors like Peter's, I put their information in my story online at fox47news.com. Your state capitol reporter Alana Johnson brought the diaper conversation to our lawmakers to find out what they know and how they can help. An end of an era, and with a flash, the beginning of a new one. I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Sarah Poulos. Kids in school have had free photographs for decades, and now people in our neighborhoods want to know if that will continue.
I'm the picture lady. At least that's what they've always called me.
The face behind the camera.
I'm not sure most people know my name's Michelle.
Michelle Hoffman, who knew what she wanted to do from a very young age.
My grandfather put a camera in my hand when I was 5.
It just clicked, and ever since then,
I freeze time.
her first ever gig, she got her shot with Holt.
And that was 41 years ago.
For decades, Hoffman has taken pictures for Holt sports, students, families, and even prints. Years and years of photos for kids in need.
Kid has worked 13 years to make it to school all the time, to graduate, and can't afford a senior picture, so in the yearbook it says not pictured. No, that's just not gonna happen.
She's one of those people that she's going to give, and then she's going to look around and say, how can I get more?
But now, after 41 years, she is saying goodbye.
You know, it's hard on your body. It is. You know, so. Yeah. Otherwise I'd probably still be doing it.
And people in our neighborhoods are feeling the impact.
There's going to be a loss when she's not here. Yeah. We're gonna feel it. Yeah. And she is an amazing soul.
She was such a staple into the community.
Hoffman is now passing the camera to someone she used to photograph, who is following her lead.
There's probably not a refrigerator in Lansing that doesn't have one of her pictures on it.
Richard Harris from Alexander Martin Imagery says they will continue to provide photos to kids in need while also bringing a different style to Holt.
We are working on a sponsorship program where people can actually kind of donate and get involved and make sure that every kid gets a great photo.
Harris says it's an honor to take the reins.
The real payment that comes in this job is making those kids feel great.
And for Hoffman, she will miss the community, but will hold on to the years, the memories, and what's behind the lens as the picture lady.
I've got them all. They're all archived. 41 years. That's a lot of photos.
In Holt, I'm Sarah Poulos, Fox 47 News. Good afternoon, Mid-Michigan. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Sarah Poulos, live in the studio with a quick update on the housing market. I spent the whole morning in Mason learning more at Vision Real Estate. Mortgage interest rates were mostly lower compared to a week ago. According to bank rate data, rates for 30-year fixed, 15-year fixed, and jumbo mortgages declined while rates for adjustable rate mortgages increased. I'm your Mason neighborhood reporter, Sarah Poulos, and we are here live at the Ingham County Courthouse for the first Thursday Night Live courthouse concert of the year. Now, earlier this week, I was over at the Mason Area Chamber of Commerce talking with the executive director, Amy LaForge, just kind of learning about all the events that are happening here this summer. And there is a lot on the schedule, from pickleball to parades to this courthouse concert right here. And as you can see, the band is actually starting to fill in and they're getting ready to perform. They're going to start at 6:30 and I'm just so excited to see them. If you missed a little preview of them, that's over on our website at fox47news.com. But I got to talk about all the events that are happening. Here's a look at what's to come.